this is a special edition. We're doing a special series of episodes here where I'm introducing you to some incredible people because they're all a part of a compilation book that my partner Jake Fowler and I put together called Hunger for the Hustle. And we are interviewing all of the authors. So you get a chance, a little bit of an insight into how brilliant and amazing these people are. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Marketing Wizards Inner Circle. My name is Michael Bridgman, which you know, and I have with me somebody very special on this special edition of the Marketing Wizards Inner Circle show. I have with me one of the authors of our upcoming book, Hunger for the Hustle. Her name is Joanna Kleier. She is absolutely staggeringly brilliant. Her energy is going to blow you away. I imagine that by the end of this 5, 6, 7-minute little interview here, you are going to adore her. Adore her. English is my first language. Can't you tell? You are going to adore her just as much as I do. Joanna, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great. It's great to be here with you, Michael.
Yeah.
Wow, it's been an amazing ride, hasn't it?
Oh my goodness. So what people don't know is that this book has been like 2 years in the making, essentially, right?
It's been brewing like a fine wine.
That's the best way to put it, like a fine wine. Brilliant. Okay, so Joanna, let's dive into the questions because we don't have too much time here. So tell us what your chapter is all about. What are you talking to the audience about through your chapter?
Oh, wow. My chapter is where I hit my bottom. And I realized at the time when I wrote it, what my bottom meant to me at the time was I decided that I wasn't going to be defined by my bottom, that my bottom was going to teach me tools on how to live my present life. At the time when I wrote it, it was one of the first chapters I've ever written. Okay. So it was a little difficult. I think it actually was the first book I've written and with my chapter in it.
There we go.
Getting to be an author.
I'm happy to be your first.
Why, thank you. Well, it wasn't painful, thank God. So ever since writing the first book, I've been in probably about 5 or 6. I'm a 3-time international bestselling author with my chapter in 3 books so far. So this is like riding a bike. Without the training wheels. This is really exciting for the other 16 authors. So I'm really excited to be here. And I took my life from zero to hero. I talk about my childhood and traumas and how I came through addiction. And then my mentors, Les Brown, John Tellerico, and I put those people that have helped me be my mentors throughout my self-development for the last 4 years, and I put them in my chapter because I wanted to give my readers an understanding that you have to have a mentor to teach you something in order to go to the next step in your life. So that's what my chapter is about.
I love that, Joan. I think that's one of my favorite parts about what you tell and what you show in the chapters, that look, you're not on this journey alone. Although at times it feels like that you're not on this journey alone. There's lots of people out there in the world that are wonderful and want to help you and see you succeed. It's just a matter of you lifting up the rocks to find that right one that is going to really match you, right? So right. I love that about your chapter.
Thank you. It's about resonating and listening. What I've learned in the last 4 years after my trauma with the death of my mom, it was an emergency death of my mom after 3 weeks in the hospital, took her home. She went home and then she went home within 20 minutes. That traumatic experience taught me that nothing matters. Right. That the happiness that matters is happiness within and listening to your intuition. And I learned that with the self-help. I put my self-help on pause. I'm 52 now, which I don't mind telling my age. Like I said, I never listened to my inner voice. And so now that I'm sober for 3 years and I can listen to my inner voice, my central GPS system, because all my mentors have taught me to listen, I'm making great strides and pushing through the obstacles that come my way.
Perfect. Well, let's talk about that. So for those who are reading the chapter and they're curious to know, like, what does Joanna bring to the table? What are you doing these days, Joanna, that's putting you in the spotlight? And what is it that you're doing for other people these days?
Well, now I've helped women leaving toxic relationships for about 26 years because my mother was a victim of domestic violence and she never left. So they were married 41 years and then my dad passed away. And then for 20 years, she was a single person. I've never seen her so happy after living such a traumatic life because she could do whatever she wanted, whenever she wanted. I know that it was hard at first when she lost my father after being with him since she was 17. And so I've been helping women there. And then I decided to go into the Les Brown motivational speaking course, Power Voice. That And then after my mom's death, I mean, every door that opened, I walked through. I didn't even care how much it cost. I didn't know. I mean, I was investing in myself 100%. And I said, nothing can stop me anymore, not even myself. And so I, with each door, walking through each door led me to motivational speaking, led to me becoming a life coach, led to me being an author in different books. I'm going to write my own book. I already know the title of it. There's so much juicy information in there that's going to be exposed to the world. And I look forward to telling that. It's going to be serious and funny. But right now, I did 2 seasons of interviews for JoJo's Mojo on Mupo Entertainment. And now the 3rd season I'm recording right as of now to put 6 shows in the can, and we'll load it up and then promote that.
Beautiful.
I talk. Yeah, it's kind of like that 70s show where I got a green screen behind me and I have my props and I'm just telling stories and talking about dating, talking about customer service, is just different topics that I've experienced in my lifetime. I have a mascot, I have pom-poms, I have my saxophone, I have different things around me, like right here at my desk.
It's like it's your own personal variety show, just sort of going through stuff.
Yeah, and so what I do is I'll video it, I'll create it, I'll video it, I'll edit it, and I'll put it together in one sitting. It takes me about 4 or 5 hours. Yeah. Wow. And then we're going to do that. So I will be the next Carol Burnett into comedy, kind of like Betty White. So I'll be the next generation, and we're going to put that together.
Look at you. Love it. Okay.
So I always wanted to go bigger. Wanted to go bigger.
Well, that's about as big as you can go, Joanna. That's about as big as you can go.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to go around.
So the people that are reading your chapter here, when you wrote it and you're thinking about your reader and everything else, what do you hope they get out of your chapter? If you could have a big impact on them, they've read your chapter, what is the feeling that you want to impart to them, and why would they want to read your chapter?
Well, Michael, what I want them to understand is that they're not defined by their past. Now, their past makes them, it's a tutor to who they're going to become in their now. And I had a hard time with being in the now and being in the present. I've always looked to the past. I've always let the past define me. The idea is to get your story out, take the past, bury it, let it decay, and then start new, plant your seed. And then in that fertilizer, that's your path. You plant a seed and you water it, you feed it, and you become a new creation. And I want them to understand that they could go from the mud, the muck, to rise and push through their limiting belief systems through mindset, motivation, meditation, and visualization. And it's possible to recover from traumas.
Beautiful. Awesome. I love it. I love it. And for those who want to know more and discover more about the book and hear more from Joanna, you can join us. In the description below here, you will see a link to our Facebook launch group for the book launch on December the 3rd, 2022. So December 3rd, 2022, you can get the ebook for a crazy, crazy low price with a whole bunch of extra gifts. So you can get on top of that right now. You can join the Facebook group live, be a part of that launch as it comes on December the 3rd. And finally, Joanna, what excites you most about being a part of this project?
There are 17 authors about the project. I totally love Jake Fowler. I love you, Michael Bridgman, of course. I love your energy. I love your stories. You guys have an amazing story. And I love the fact that you've taken Hunger for the Hustle podcast with I had put it out there when I was interviewed by Jake. I put it out there, different platforms. I got 4,000 views, which is a lot for like someone that's a nobody. I got 4,000 views because my story is so deep and compelling. And I just love being a part of this wonderful group of energetic people that have pushed through the COVID like nobody's business and made their lives better through the mud, through the muck, and the stresses. So it's great to see us all together.
Beautiful. I love it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Joanna, for being on the show with me today. My friends, this woman is amazing. You got to catch her chapter. So once again, December the 3rd is our launch date. It's coming up very shortly. Join the Facebook group from the description below. It's free to join right now. It won't be in the future. So join the Facebook group, become a member of that group, and find out all the details about the launch date. Thank you again so much, Joanna, for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. You have an awesome, wonderful Mupo day.
All right. Thanks so much, Joanna. And ciao for now, everybody. Have a great day.